Yeah, training's for greater confidence is at an all-time high right now. From a technical standpoint, she's got new tools to work with, and I think anytime you have some new tools to work with, you have a different excitement to kind of play with those in the ring. Sparring has been awesome. She's got a ton of training partners, either in-house or cross-training, so she feels really good. She's able to adapt to different bodies, adapt to different speeds, different styles. She feels very good in her ability to just kind of jump into the situation and to be able to respond accordingly. She's having fun. And I think anytime you're having fun, you're loose, you're smooth, you can find the shots, you're clear-headed. So cool, calm, composed. She's ready to go. I'm very excited.
So I'll be fighting next Friday, July 8th, at the House of Blues in Boston for Lion Fight Promotions. And I'll be fighting for the 110-pound North American title against Regan Gowing. So the last fight, that was a hard pill for me to swallow for sure. I think mentally it really affected me. For starters, not to sound like conceited or something, but I'm not used to losing. That was my second loss in like my entire fight career, including my amateur career. So it wasn't something that I kind of had a lot of experience with. And I think emotionally going into every fight, I always have a lot of attachment. Like a lot of people know, I like to use my past in order to feel like my present in my career as a fighter. So there was a lot of like emotional attachment involved into every fight. So losing the fight wasn't just like a loss, it was like a loss, you know, inside. After the fight, I was actually kind of really scared to fight again. I remember I didn't spar even for like months after the fight. I was like too scared and anxious. I remember when I did start sparring and people would catch my kicks, it was like kind of like PTSD because in my last fight I got like my kicks caught so many times, and I remember like hitting the canvas so many times. So again, just like a lot of experiences that I wasn't used to. So I didn't really handle the loss very well initially. So going into this fight, which is a rematch, it was kind of like a mind for me, because it was like, oh, my last fight was a loss. Now I have this rematch with the girl that I already beat. Not only did I just beat her, like it was a second round TKO. So there's kind of a lot of pressure from that, like wanting to obviously like live up to that standard that I already put for myself, and then to come back from a loss too. So initially in the camp, I think mentally it was really hard. It was really hard. Physically, you know, the training part was easy. Like even if mentally, like I didn't feel all there, like I still showed up every day. Like I still had to come do the work. But I think the minute that I kind of changed it was that I was making myself miserable, kind of like sick about the fight 24/7. I mean, I was like waking up and thinking about her, like just all day I was just kind of in a state of worry and anxiety. And it just kind of was working against me. Even though I was training, I just felt like a heavy load that necessarily didn't have to be there. So then I just started realizing that, why am I even doing this if I don't enjoy it? So I just kind of made the switch in my mind that I was just gonna enjoy the process, and I was gonna, one, take away that attachment. Oh, this fight is like make or break in my life. Like if I don't win this fight, then I'm not a good fighter, or like I'm not on the right path. Like I just removed all that attachment. So now I just want to be in the present moment. And I just want to do this because I love to do it. And not only that, but it's my purpose to be here. And God gave me this purpose, and worrying and having so much anxiety about winning or losing, it's not part of the purpose, you know? Because even if, you know, hopefully I don't, but even if I do lose, it's always a learning experience. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I trained so hard and I've made a lot of progress, you know, coming into this fight. So I already feel like a winner. So I think another major turning point from making that switch from being scared, you know, coming from my last fight, losing, into this rematch, was of course like my normal training partners, Susan and Josh, but then also the other high-level athletes that were coming in to cross-train, like Kana from Japan, Angela Hill, you know, she's in the UFC, again, kickboxing, MMA, completely different, but high-level athletes. So not only did we have high-level athletes in-house, but we had other ones coming in, and that to me was like really exciting because I got to see like different perspectives, different training styles, how people's brains work, you know, in sparring, outside of sparring. So I started to get really excited about it again. Even though I took the fight already and I was going to do it, my confidence, you know, slowly started building up. And then from there, I just kind of included more of like some mental training for myself, and then along with the cross training and the in-house training, I think it really helped get me to feel again like I could do this, and I'm a good fighter, just like the rest of these people that I train with. I love this team. This team is like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like there's certain situations leading up to this fight where like if I didn't have Carl or Susan or some of my teammates, like I don't know how I would have gone through, some of those situations. Yeah, it's truly a blessing to be here. It's a win in itself, just being able to train in this facility with these people. These are some really amazing people. Coach Carl is the best person in the world. I love him. He's the best. He's always there for me, for all the fighters. Sometimes I'm just like in awe of Carl. He's really inspirational. This is like his baby, and he really nurtures it to the best of his ability, and that makes me like want to give more to my training camp, and then my teammates see it, and then we all just like build off each other, which I'm not used to at all. And like now it's just like the way we do things here. It's like the only way. So it's just awesome. Like again, being in the right environment really makes a huge difference. So I'm happy to be here. I love my teammates. This is the place to be if you're ever in San Diego. Come down to Steel MMA.